Stratomatic. We're live. And the train's pulling in at 11 o'clock to Glen Head. That's the Long Island Railroad. And there's the line. Starting to build up. Here we are. Stratomatic, opening day. Let's say hello to everybody. We'll go to the front of the line. We actually have somebody who was here since 2 o'clock in the morning. Here's our line. Here's John Garcia talking. Here we are. They've got music playing. People are all looking real cold and real happy. I don't think anybody seems to mind the cold too much. I'm back live with you guys. We're on the live feed. We got a couple of people watching already.
This is Shem Howard.
Shem Howard from the famous Howard Brothers comedy tandem. He's made his appearance today, and a mighty woo-woo to you.
More animated.
And
Go Phillies!
yeah, we got a Philly fan that came up from Philly. May I tell us? May you share the story?
Oh, no, it's good.
You good?
We shared it. It was good.
Good.
It's the past now.
So, anyway, how long you been out here today?
7 o'clock? 7
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Yep.
No breakfast
Oh,
or breakfast before you came here.
Dunkin' Donuts up the street.
took a walk.
And they were open.
We stayed, they went. They came back. We went to the bistro.
And so then today everybody rides back, or you staying in town? You go back.
3 hours probably parking.
8 other league members are anxiously awaiting the cars tonight.
Y'all getting together tonight with everybody?
Yes.
Ah. So that's the celebration. All right, so thanks, guys. I'll see you a little bit later.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, I'm on a live feed. Anybody wish to be on camera or not on camera?
Gene loves to be on camera.
Ultimate Strat Baseball, you guys are pretty close to the front of the line. What time did you get here?
8:15. 8:15.
You've been out here freezing since 8:15?
Yep.
Dedication. Are you all together, same part of a league, or you're all just friends who've met
Leagues,
today?
tournaments,
Leagues, tournaments.
strat clubs, yeah.
Based out of
Florida.
Connecticut, Jersey,
Philadelphia.
Philly,
Peru.
Peru.
I was born there, but I live in Florida.
But now you're playing where? Where are you from?
Florida. I told Phil this guy's already from Florida.
He's the number one strat player in Peru.
This is the first round?
South Florida.
A lot of Florida gamers. So, what are anybody looking forward to this year with this particular set? Any special cards that you want to see?
No.
We've seen a few already.
Yeah, we saw a few
see a
already.
few.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, they brought a couple
They
out.
brought a
Betts.
couple
I
out?
think Betts is not a good card.
Betts looks amazing already. A lot of on base runs, but he plays the infield.
He plays
Yeah, second base.
Second base 2E6.
Playable at short.
That pretty much make him the best second baseman right now in the set.
From what I see so far, yeah.
For a draft league, it's perfect.
And then if you have a defensive replacement at second base, if you're lucky, you could throw Betts over into right
He's at
field.
1-0.
That's definitely going to happen in tournaments.
I think what I like about Betts is that he opens up an extra roster spot on your rosters. By having Betts there, that he can cover shortstop and cover the entire and second base and cover the whole outfield. That's one less that I might need to have on the roster. I can add another pitcher because this year pitching.
Pitching is not very good.
No, there's not going to be very many starters.
Starting pitching is not very good.
Yeah.
No, so you're going to have a lot of 4-inning starters, 5-inning starters. You might need to carry the extra 12 or 13 relief pitchers.
Well, thank goodness we're expanding the roster to 26 guys in tournament.
There's a reason
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Well, you need 26 this year.
Not in tournaments. Not in the tournament.
Well, in a small team tournament, yeah. Right.
You are the representative of the council here, sir.
Yes, you're the only one.
I can put up my card.
You are the longest tenured council member.
That is true. We can blame you for that.
That's true.
How many years do you lead?
Besides who? Are they allowed?
They're talking about tournaments right now.
Are they tournament players?
Yeah.
I bailed out
One
twice.
Most of us here can, playing tournaments.
You can't get out. I got out.
All right, guys, thank you very much.
Surely, thank you.
Boss, how you doing?
Hi, how you doing?
11 a.m. they had lunch. It's called Honey Citrus.
Good to see you guys.
Walk and a half down the road.
I'm on the live feed. Are you okay with the being on the live feed?
Sure.
So, what time did you guys get here today?
About 8:30 for us.
Not bad. There's a couple of people here. One guy since 2 o'clock, huh?
God bless him. Yeah, it's actually kind of nice out now. Wind's died down, the sun's out.
Yeah, my house was shaking last night. The wind was really whipping up.
Yeah, I looked at the weather forecast yesterday and said it was going to be a gale warning all day long. If you live around here?
I'm in Jersey, so the Verrazano Bridge, they closed to tandems.
Wow.
You know, you had to flatbeds that weren't loaded and tandems hit the road, go through the tunnels or whatever they got to do.
Yeah.
Any special cards or things that you might want to see this year?
My team is too brutal to look at.
It's time. Time has come. It's time for another donut.
No thanks.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
See you,
How
Adam.
you doing? Have a donut.
Bob's Ride is my Valentine.
I love it. I love
Thank you.
it. Have another donut, guys.
Adam and his wife and his kids are passing around donuts. How could you pass up? Oh, it's fresh. Dunkin' Donut.
Well, I got my pants. Okay.
Oh, it's good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. And they're fresh too.
And there's the donkeys up the street.
Well, they knew we were coming.
Oh, this is marshmallow.
My wife goes
Kind of disappointing.
Used to be more fun when you could run over to the salon
Marshmallow.
Yeah.
and I was shot.
I didn't notice if has anybody taken its place. I didn't notice it was reported.
Yeah, the Heirloom Tavern, a little more upscale. I went
Too
there
fancy
last
for this?
year afterwards to have a
Too fancy for this
afternoon cap. Oh yeah, they were talking about some weird baseball geek people over there doing something. I'm like, yeah,
That place used to be called like Brass Rail or something.
Iron
it's
Horse.
brass rail, but it's Iron Horse.
We used to go in the back, have a table, spread the cards out all over the place.
Me and him did that like 20 years
And
ago.
then some cheap guys would go in there and just have a soda and wouldn't order.
Are all the other people going to the bathroom?
You guys remember the year I came with a kid who had a court jester outfit, hat on, and was dressed like super bizarre? Like,
More bizarre than anything out here.
Fat Tuesdays float. Yeah, we went over there. I had to drive him home. It was bad. Good time.
They've always had about this much people coming here, floating around throughout the whole day. But one year, the line came all the way down and around and back all the way over.
I think this is my 15th.
15. Hasn't changed too much. No, still pretty much basically the same.
Yeah, the biggest difference is right over there, and the fact that somebody else brought it up earlier, because so many people just get the computer game. There's not as many people coming to get at the cards. Like sometimes the lines back when it would turn this way would be way that way as well.
Last year, it kind of backed out to the street and then went up. One year back out to the street and up this way. But it's gone through changes here.
Yep.
For a while, we were, the headquarters were in here.
Yep.
For a while.
Yep. Right in this area.
And
Barry Bonds there.
Yeah, the Barry Bonds card. They had the duct tape, the two-sided tape for years after that.
Yeah.
That year.
that was what, 1998.
That's what we were talking about. Yep.
You know, I always remember the window with the broken down blinds. They finally changed the blinds.
When I first came out here, I had played hooky from school. I took the Long Island Railroad from Brooklyn. 1977.
Wow.
And it was in here. And I met James Williams, who was super nice to me. And we were asking, my friend and I had come out here, and we were asking for the roster sheets, the old roster sheets. Because we had the cards, and they didn't have any more left. And this guy tore his desk apart, James, and he found some old roster sheets of 1974, 76, 77. He said, that's all I got. And he was just the nicest guy in the world. But they did it back here. I remember they gave me a little tour back there to see what it looked like. And it hasn't changed much.
Nope.
No, yeah.
Very much a family business.
Yep.
You know?
I went to school in the city, and I'd come out here on the train as well. Not on opening day, because I hadn't even heard of opening day at the time. And I'd come in here, and they'd give me my cards. And it was great.
Yeah.
And then I'd open them all up on the train ride back, make sure I had them all together by the time I had to change to Jamaica.
The way that we were able to get the games back in the 70s, if you didn't order it online, New York City had a bookstore, Brentano's. It's an upper scale bookstore on like 5th Avenue.
Yeah, they had a couple other branches too.
And that was the one place I could get it. I think I got my first game there. And then KB Toy and Hobby eventually.
Yes. That's almost where I got all in the growing up era is getting Strat games, almost always at KB Toy.
There'd be a couple of Strat games at the KB Toy and Hobby next to the matchboxes. Good talking to you guys.
You too.
Good to see you again. I see you every year. It's always a pleasure. It's okay. Thanks.
How we doing?
Well, I was going to buy it.
Yeah, sure.
Even though I was coming here,
All right. Well, we meet more people.
Roger Ford.
Hi, Roger. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Outside, I'm pretty cold.
Yeah, it's a little windy, so I'm wearing the leather jacket today, trying to break the wind here. Let me rephrase that. As a windbreaker. Thank God nobody's breaking wind here. You know. How many opening days have you been?
This is my third.
Third's a charm.
Yep.
Looking forward to any cards this year?
Yes, I am. I'm looking forward to the 20s Diamond Gems. So that's, as they've been doing this, I love the fact that they're going back to that old timer set and making them all advanced. So next year or this summer, I guess, when they
The
do
highest
final
quality.
set, yeah, the original, the 1919, the teens, and the 1900s, and then they'll all be in advanced.
A very, very good way of getting like a true representation if you want to match up era to era
Yes.
and put your players era to era, or build teams across eras. I've had the old timer sets, the original old timer sets. They're not as developed and as advanced as what their team and their researchers have put together. It's a constant process
I do
with
hope
them
that
all
they
year
release
long.
in advanced version. I mean, obviously you can buy. They've gone back and they've made a lot of the old sets, baseball-wise, individual years, like 27. I bought the 27 set for the computer, the roster. But I'm looking forward to them issuing like the Diamond Gems sets in their advanced form. Because right now you can buy them in their basic form, but not in their advanced form. Now, if you really are painstaking, you can go and change the cards and copy them, but that'll take me about 5 years to do it. So
The sooner to come out with the diamonds ahead of that
yes.
time, right?
I hope so.
Oh yeah, a lot of my time was spent trying. Well, at first, I think what everybody does with those sets is they put all the superstars on a team, and then as you dig in a little bit deeper, you get to see who the players are that work best for the teams,
Yes.
and the teams get a little bit more refined.
I'm also looking forward to I only ordered 4 of the teams from the 2023 set. Atlanta and Baltimore because they had the best records, and Texas and Arizona because they went to the World Series. That's what I pretty much want from every year's set. Very rare I get the full year set.
Right. A lot of players individualize and do a lot of different things. I generally like to have, an old timers set every year. I like to see whatever comes out new, and I love to put time into that and play. And I always wanted to join a vintage league. I just don't have the time for it.
We were
Like
just
I
talking
wish.
about that, about all the problems it takes to get a season finished. Sometimes when you have guys that, hey, you got leave them to go out on their own. I gave up and I got back to just enjoying Strat, playing the games.
Yeah, a lot of people go into the computer leagues for that, for that reason. And some leagues, one league that I play with does a hybrid. So net players each week, if they match up, they have the option of net playing and pushing results up to the cloud, which is very, very cool since they put a cloud system in there. You're not packaging up emails, and it saves so much time. So leagues can transact files very, very quickly and get them updated very, very fast. So the game's advanced in that way.
It is, and plus it allows guys from, it doesn't matter where you live. As long as you're sometime in your time zone you're awake, and sometimes you're in this time zone you're awake, we can meet and play.
I know one of the things I enjoy are the Negro leagues, and this week going through the Negro leagues, found a catcher who had an A 1-17 rating, or had a 1-17 running rating. So I put the question out there to anybody who's listening, if they know of any other players in Stratomatic regular season catchers that had a 1-17 rating.
I want to say Bresnahan might be one. Roger Bresnahan in the Hall of Fame set. And another one, a guy that the Mets used to have by the name of John Storms. I think he was an A stealer. I don't know if he was the one.
We've had A Steelers.
But I don't know if he's the 1-17 running. But I want to say Bresnahan, not only is he may have...
Because we're going to check this.
Yes. Oh, that's great. Well, I mean, it's a good trivia question.
Exactly.
Roger Bresnahan.
Now, we know in the Negro leagues they have one player.
Okay.
But if I remember, John Stearns might have been an A 1-13 or maybe a 14. Johnny Wathan from Kansas City. But they never got a 17. They never got the 17 run rating. So when we talk about like the rarest of the Strat cards, you know, catchers that have a 17.
Yeah, one is 17. Yep. Yeah, they'll say there's got to be somebody in this crowd
Or
that knows
primary.
the Hall of Fame cards. And I think Bresnahan's best year, he was a AA, won the 17.
I'm gonna have to go back and check that out. How are you?
Drop me a line,
Be on the feed?
What's that?
Be on video?
No, go ahead. He's my spokesman. These two guys, spokesman.
Oh, okay.
We got an off-camera guy. He's got a spokesman.
He drove.
So what's he selling?
He doesn't sell. He's a lawyer. he doesn't want to be on camera.
Wait, shouldn't it be the other way around? If he's the lawyer,
He should be talking.
shouldn't he be the spokesman for you?
I'm behind the scenes. I'm like Newman. I'm telling Kramer what to say. Behind the book. Yeah, but don't I look more like Newman?
Well, you got the off-color Yankee cap.
Yep. Off shirt. I mean, in our league, I am the Yankees.
So I think the question everybody wants to know is, are you a Yankee fan?
Only because of Strat, but I am a 100% Cubs.
You wouldn't happen to be a Yankee fan either, would you?
Actually, Pittsburgh Pirate fan. This is my co-winner here. Love Mattingly. So, like the Yankees, love the Buccaneers. Two extremes.
I'm just a big Cubs fan.
Not so much. Oh, okay. Well, Pittsburgh has such a fantastic history anyway. I grew up, Pittsburgh was the team in the East.
Oh, yeah. Pittsburgh and Phillies, I was slugging it out.
Sure, early on.
That's when the first.
My ticket's
Omar Marino, Mike Easler, Bill Madlock, Tim Foley, Phil Gardner.
So you remember like the 1979 and 80 Strat teams, do you?
See, I started playing Strat a few years ago during COVID. I'm a huge baseball fan.
Oh, okay.
Came across it through another friend of mine, Brian Benson. We both retired Marines, and during COVID, we were, looking for something to kind of do. And he asked me, "Do you ever play Stratomatic?" And then next thing I know, we started playing FaceTime, and I've been addicted ever since. It's just the greatest game.
Oh, welcome aboard.
This is my first. Yeah, it's just the best. And I try to
Welcome
share
aboard.
it with everybody.
What a great story, The community is getting bigger. There's a lot of resources in the community.
Everyone is just so nice, and they share their stories. Like these guys have had a league since '74. I think their league's been around forever. And just
Moses was in it.
Yeah, Moses was a member.
Moses was there.
But it's just the for a baseball fan, I stumbling upon it's just I got the black set last year. I ordered it.
Did you open it up?
I play it.
You play
I
it.
played it last night in a hotel in Roslyn. I brought the Toronto and Yankees with me, so I played last night. Judge a 2-run home run to win it, and so I played last night in my room.
Yeah, Judge's card is ridiculous
It's
again.
ridiculous. It is. But I love the game, and I'm actually just met some of the nicest people here today, so it's been a blessing.
Every year, always, never a bad vibe. That's the one thing about being down here that I don't think the video ever captures. It's just how everybody gets along, talks, shares stories, laughing, smiles.
I work at
It's worth a day off.
personal care home, and my nurses, Samantha and Stephanie, are like, what is, they always, like, they know what Strat is. Like, my nurses played, like, with her 10-year-old son, Bentley, and they love it. But I also bring it in. The beauty of the game is at my personal care home, we have a men's day, and I have 11 gentlemen, and I bring it in for them, and I have a couple that just roll, and I bring it in for them, and they...
Oh, really?
And so they have found, like, the 60 Pirates. I'll bring in, like, teams that resonate with them.
You play, you're playing Strat with seniors?
I'll bring it into my personal care home and we'll play. And it's just
Which home?
So I work at Celebration Villa of Altoona, Pennsylvania.
That's fantastic.
And so we just have like I had a bunch of gentlemen that played, and we've had turnover now, new residents.
You
So
do a little schedule with them?
I don't do a little schedule, but I made like a nice flyer for like our Stratomatic.
I love
game.
it.
Yeah, they love it. So like we play in groups of 3 when I do play. So it's like one will roll and then like up the bat. It's just we make it a special day for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That warms my heart. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah,
And aside from all the benefits, staying sharp and strategy and playing, it's better than just playing Go Fish.
yeah, exactly. And they when I bring in the old when I was bringing, I had a couple gentlemen that unfortunately have passed away, but they loved playing it. And I would bring in the older teams, and they just would enjoy playing it with me. So it's just something I bring in to make their day a little better.
The old Pittsburgh teams. I think it was 1980. Omar Marino.
Yeah, Omar Marino.
He got a 1 rating and a AAA steal.
Okay. Yeah, he was. I remember slender, probably very quick. I was 10 then, but I remember that whole
Excellent
team
fielder
with Ed Ott, Burt Blylevin, John Candelaria,
John Milner.
Yeah, the whole entire team. Kent Colby.
Yeah.
I'm rambling
Don Robinson.
But when we were kids, my dad would let us come down, me and my brother, when Colby was closing a game.
Frank Tavares.
Yeah, they were great teams. Great teams. Thank you so much for doing this every
Oh, you're welcome. I've got pleasure. Pleasure. I'm so happy to hear that you're doing that. That's what a fantastic idea for recreation.
Thank you.
Great talking to you.
We have warm seating, so.
Hey guys, on video live.
I'm not trying to sell you anything, but
Can I put
Nobody.
Nobody gonna get fired from work. Let me. We're here today. What's your name? Where are you from?
Robert Cody, RC on the forum, Albany, New York.
Came all the way down from. What time did you get here today?
I got here about a little bit 9:45 or so.
And what seasons are you buying?
So I play Hall of Fame. So I got the current season, 1984, 1920, and we throw them all together in the draft league.
I love it. I can't wait to see the '84 set.
Yes.
That was a special one. That was a great year for.
Not for Yankee fans, but
No, but
we got Winfield and Mattingly out of it.
Winfield had a great year, right? He was one of the highest batting averages. That was the season that really solidified him as a marvelous ball player. You know, I was always somebody who respected Winfield, even as a Met fan. He had it all. So, who are we talking to here?
Nick, Vermont. From Vermont.
You drove down from Vermont?
Yeah.
When did you leave?
We left yesterday. We took our time, made some stops.
And you're here to buy the cards? What seasons you buying?
Just getting a new one.
You have a league?
Yeah, we got a draft league.
How many members?
10.
10 members. Based out of?
Central Vermont, Montpelier area.
And you all meet together and play your games? Fantastic, fantastic. Any cards that you're looking forward to seeing personally?
I don't know, with Tony. yeah, Tony.
Could be one of the most valuable cards we ever saw. Jordan. The offense card is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
But where are you going to put him? DH? You going to stick him in the outfield?
Yeah. Sticking him in left. A bunch of guys.
Would you dare put a 5 in left field?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have a DH in our league, so yeah, he's going left.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. You want to go on?
No, why not?
Phil.
How are you, son?
All right. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
So you're back again for another one. This time you have the Expos hat. I love it.
I told my friend Cannon I'd wear it for him. So my buddy Francois. So shout out to Francois. So I wear my special Expos hat for you today. So.
You have 2 Expos hats here.
The one guy wears the helmet, the batting helmet guy. Is he here?
He's here, yeah.
The batting helmet dude. He's always here.
All right, so here's the thing. He got here at 2 in the morning.
Good for him.
Yeah.
listen, I'm dedicated, but I'm also going to be 50 next year, so it's not going to happen.
You have to take a day off to come here. Like I always had to take a day off.
Always.
You know, it's like a
For the
yearly
last 6
mission,
years, I've had
right?
the day off. So 6 out of the 10 years, I've had day off.
So what do you expect to see this year? What are you looking forward to? I mean, we know some of the ratings and
Hopefully a better
everything.
team on my end, but I finished last. I'm excited for the rookies, a couple of the rookie cards, especially the Sanger card from the Met fan. So I'm happy. I'm excited. Anytime new players do well, I always want to get them in strat, especially if you're in a league, so you can harness them.
Right? Like I get a kick out of like these little mutant cards, like these some 150 at bat, 100 at bat, ridiculous
Yeah,
game
we have a friend
changer.
who does nothing but draft those guys, and they're like the bottom of the bottom, and he's successful because he uses them
And
in
it
certain
works,
spots.
right? You pick spots against your teams.
Yeah.
Last year, we found that Tim LaCastro card for like 50 appearances, right? What, 2016 2-12 league?
Yeah, and the season before that, I had him. He was the fastest card in the league,
Ridiculous.
and I couldn't steal with him.
Oh.
Thank you, Dice. But yeah.
So I'm curious this year, who are going to be those little bit cards that I can grab up in the draft that's going to, make a huge difference?
Yeah, there's always at least a dozen of those cards already. Do you think, right? There's always a dozen of those guys you can just pick up on a fly, especially in late draft, late rounds, because nobody's looking at them. You're looking at certain numbers. You want to have guys that are not going to eat your usage.
See, like a guy like Josh Donaldson, right? Josh Donaldson, the numbers, he's got a 2.8 at third base, right? But home runs against lefties, off the hook.
So there's your left.
So you got two tools out of the guy. He's a defensive replacement, and he homers lefties on an epic level. He also hits into a lot of double plays, so you got to pick your spots carefully.
Absolutely.
But this year I see one card that's a 2-11 and 12, a 2-11, excuse me, on with an A steal, with high numbers on the steal. Another card that, if used properly, can absolutely destroy a game on an opponent. So I like those little mutant cards and stuff. And then we were talking before about the Mookie Betts card.
Oh, you're moving to second base, yeah.
Could be one of the most valuable cards they're going to see. No, just looking at the numbers alone.
Yeah, someone had it.
Listen, after 12 o'clock, we got to see if we can grab a hold of what it
see
looks
his
like.
numbers after a full season at second base. I want to see how he.
Wouldn't it make him like the top-rated second baseman?
It has to be.
2E6.
Yeah, it has to be. Well, I have
318 is short.
I have Betts, and I'm very happy that he's 2-6.
Are you kidding me? You could put him anywhere.
Right.
I think the biggest question with Betts is where do you put him in the lineup? I don't know if I would want to waste him lead off.
Well, so this is interesting to me. So my team is going around the horn. I don't have a catcher. I'm not going to talk about my catchers. But I've got Olsen and Harper at first base. Betts at second. Lindor at short. Alec Boehm at third. My outfield is Corbin Carroll, Brandon Marsh, and James Allen. That's
a lot of speed.
Right, a lot of speed. So I'm thinking about Carroll at first. Yeah, this is a 12-team league too, so I managed to build here.
Built well.
Carroll's leading off. I'm thinking Brandon Marsh batting 2 because he's got 4 double plays and 8 on base.
Low double play.
Right. So then my third hitter, I'm thinking Betts as my 3 hitter, with my 4 hitter Olsen. The only problem with putting Olsen 4 is he's susceptible to lefties. I don't have a right-hander who can hit lefties. That makes people think. Unless I bring Lindor up there with his power to protect Olsen, but then...
And then drop Olsen down a notch.
Well, no. put
You still
Lindor
use
5. Put
you
Lindor
still
5.
you still have to use them against lefties to get the most you can out
Yeah.
of them.
So Lindor at 5, and then, but now where's Harper? Harper's batting 6.
Well, Harper against righties.
Yeah, well, where's Harper batting 6 against righties? That means both, like,
Well, listen, if Olsen's getting on base and Lindor's getting on base and moving over to second base and he can run, yeah, then he becomes sort of like another number 3 hitter for you.
then I go Bowman and Outman. So then he said my catcher's on the other.
Well, Outman's got on base too, so just doesn't have a lot of, big slug.
Not against lefties. Against righties, he's not too bad.
Against righties, he gets on base. You can get away with him as like a leadoff hitter or whatever if you had to.
So my offense is sort of a good problem.
It's a very good problem.
It's a very good problem.
Now, what he's not telling you is that his pitching staff is in shambles.
My pitching staff is Nola, Kyle Gibson, Freeland. Who else do I have?
Wayne Twitchell.
I think David Peterson. My
Dave Peterson. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Ranger Suarez.
Ranger Suarez.
My bullpen is not bad.
Philly fan.
My bullpen, I have in my bullpen it's Alexis Diaz, Phillips, Evan Phillips.
That's who I have.
And Craig Kimbrell. And
Phillips.
And I've
Craig
Devin
Kimbrell. So I've got three good relievers there.
Yeah, Kimball's not bad. This year, what I'm seeing is not, and maybe I'm wrong, and we're going to find out a little more today, but there's not a lot of balanced righties. There's a lot of high hold guys. I don't like high hold guys. Anybody who's a +1, I really don't want to see him. +2.
That's why I value catching so much, because you have this
You got to have a -3 this year.
Yeah, you got a guys like I got Sean Murphy, so Murphy's a -2, I think. But still, like if you have a guy with a high hold, it'll take away from.
Right, you got to hedge your bets. But
Gabriel Moreno is so valuable, -4, right?
Right.
Well, listen, you might have to go. You might have to go with a -3 James McCann kind of a guy just to
balance them off.
The runners. This year's set, I haven't really broken down a spreadsheet or anything, but I'm kind of thinking there's a lot of runners who are above 1 to 13, 1 to 14 plus. And to me, it's all about base runners on second base. So how do you, to play this year, 2023 set, defense, holds, catcher arm is going to make a major difference between the big players, even more than the slug. So I think batting averages might be just a little bit better than they were. So
No, I agree.
everybody's going to be crunching tonight.
Can't wait. Yeah, this is the best day of the year, man. Seriously, next to opening day, it's just like the best day ever.
A lot of dice rolls and a lot of drinks poured.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Feeling good. Good to see you again. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Buddies from Philly, don't come up.
What about
That's Philly right here.
Philly? I'm Mark. Nice to meet you. How many years have you been coming to opening day?
I think it's my 4th or 5th. Work sometimes gets in the way.
It does get in the way. So, you're a Philly fan?
I don't live down there. I don't associate with them.
So, what are you looking to buy this year? This year's set? Any other older timers?
Another pad, another score pad. Keep it simple. Our league is very competitive, so decided to get going. The draft is coming up. Obviously, I'm going to win everything this year. I'm fully confident of that. These people are idiots. So
Face to face?
Absolutely.
Very, very
See,
cool.
We've been doing this, 25 years, I think, our league's been going.
25 years, a long time. You have a set of cumulative stats for those 25 years?
Someplace, yes. 20 years.
20 years, sorry.
You managed to put them all together and compile like careers?
We're in the process of that.
That's the most beautiful part to me. When you see those long-term stats over the 25 years, you'll see some guys with 3,000 hits, 500 plus homers.
We don't play 162.
About half a year. So you get 1,500 hits.
All-time best player in your league.
Miguel Cabrera.
Cabrera. I'd say in my league, Pujols and Cabrera are the two best.
Pujols had years where Billy could not hit the car. Pujols batted 240 a couple years. Even in those years that he batted 350, just could not hit the car.
I had that last year.
Hey, Pujols wasn't so bad last year. He was destroyer versus lefties.
He was.
Hit your card every time Pujols plays the left. I broke the hit your card every time Pujols plays the left.
Oh, God.
Every time. I think he hit 2 homers.
He had like 15 command bases in the season. I hit that card, and he only played against lefties.
You and I must have balanced that.
No, great pinch hitter. And then against righties, you had to get him out of there. All right, guys. See you soon. All right, let's take a look. So I'm going to switch in a couple of minutes over. Good. How are you?
Good.
Mark, your name is?
Jeff Ford from Washington, D.C.
Jeff came all the way up today, huh?
I came up, my parents live in Philly. I came up last night, spent the night at their house, and then drove up here this morning.
Did you bring cheesesteaks with you for us?
No, I should have brought some pretzels for everybody.
Right? Tuesday night pretzel night.
Awesome.
Down in Philly, right?
It is realistic.
So what sets are you picking up this year?
I am picking up the 2023 season, the 1920s Diamond Gems, the 1984 season, and I picked up the 86 six-pack hockey set.
Oh.
Yeah. It's one hockey set I haven't got yet.
Oh, you're loading up for the year.
That's exactly what
Probably is.
I gotta say myself, I'm really curious to see the 84.
Me too.
You know, that was like a personal favorite year. A lot of good performances and whatnot. 84. I'm trying to remember some key players and some key pitching. Was that the year of Sutcliffe?
It's the year of Sutcliffe, and it's the year Willie Hernandez was the MVP in Cy Young.
Detroit won 35-5, right?
Yeah, of course it would impact the playoffs.
Wow. Barbaro Garby, that team. Yeah, they kind of like ran away with it up to that point.
Yeah, I remember that. And then they dominated through the postseason. They swept the Royals, and then I think they lost one game to the Padres, right?
One of the all-time great teams, that 84 Detroit team.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how they do against the 86 Mets. The two best teams of the 80s. That's my first matchup.
86 Mets had a very good team. The Strat team was very, very good. Good starting pitching. The bullpen, aside from Orozco, was a little shaky. With the 86 Mets, a little vulnerable to the lefty.
Both teams had Howard Johnson.
Right?
He was the platoon third baseman.
That's right. I think Johnson went for who? Tom Verizon or something? Johnson and Verizon? Brookins. I'm trying to remember who went. Walt Terrell, maybe. He was on Detroit for a while, Petrie. Petrie was there back in 80 for sure. 79. I remember him. Yeah. I had a couple of decent Strat cards. I remember one year being a little bit better than the others. Anyway, good talking to you. This is Ultimate Strat Baseball Network. And we have a live feed, and then we will also have another video.
Awesome.
So right now, do you have anybody you want to say hello to? Give them a shout.
My wife Karen and my son Jackson.
Good. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
So last year we met a fellow. His name was Randall Jones, and we interviewed him on our video channel. Really a lot of fun, enjoyable to talk to. His family notified us that he had passed away shortly after, about a month after being here at opening day. And I wanted to send blessings and love out to the Jones family, the Stratomatic family, and everybody who played with Randall. Randall, thinking about you this year. And shout out to a couple of guys out there. We have James LeBruno. How are you, James? Good to see you. And we got the Lower Slower board gamer out there, and who's out here in 2018. And I see Buddy Scott Nierenberg. Good to see you, Scott. Let's see, Ronnie McGrath. And then we've got the Arkansas Punishers. Anybody in Arkansas who's playing Strat, give him a shout out on the feed. Let's see who else we got here. We got Joe Mama. Bring back the Expos. I love the name there. Pun Star. Hello, governors. We got a lot of comments here. J Coop 12. Wish I was there. Hoping post some pictures of the cards in the Strat groups. I think we'll try to do some of that. I know that the company has come out and they showed some of the Strat cards to the people on the line. Let's see, we have Freddie King. Fred King 147. Put a shout out there for Ronaldo and Messi. I don't know, you think they would get 1 to 17s? Those would be some likely AA guys. Anyway, let's get back to the crowd.
I hope so. I sent him an email saying what we're doing.
Everybody take a look. We have a large turnout today.
I don't know, you're the manager.
Just holding a trophy. He's trying to abscond with the trophy, huh?
I was keeping it warm for 2 years. Actually, 3 years.
How you doing?
Good. New Hampshire.
Good to see you.
From New Hampshire.
From New Hampshire. Come on down.
Oh yeah.
When you just got here?
You just got here.
What time did you leave New Hampshire?
7:30 in the morning.
Hey, you made good time.
Made good time.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't miss anything yet.
No, not at all.
So this is a balmy summer day for you.
This is good, man. This is good.
Yeah. Since I'm 16.
Yeah, we've been doing
40 degrees. We'll take it.
15, 16, and
Like I said, where's your surfboards? It's like summertime, right? Oh, I'm sorry, snowboard. So y'all part of the same league?
Yes. Yep.
Face to face.
Yeah.
face to face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Face to face. It's
Like basic,
1975.
and then we steal a couple of we use a couple of the
We use the advanced rules, but we use the basic side of the card. Basic, if that makes sense, like holds and arms and all, whatever's on the advanced side we use over the basic side. So if there were 3 on the basic side, but there were 2 in advanced, there were 2.
Got you. So you hybrid your game.
Yeah.
How many games do you play in the schedule?
162.
162.
Oh, yeah.
All face to face.
Oh, yeah.
Face to face.
And we mocked our teams already. We
we can make our own cards. We have a way of kind of making our own cards with the stats.
So this is what we think they're gonna.
What we think they're gonna look like.
So you'll compare what you think they're gonna
Yes.
look like
Yeah.
To what
To
they
what they're
to
actually.
what they're actually gonna.
It keeps us busy until the new cards come out.
Listen, it's a long winter.
That's why we start early with our own.
It's a long winter. There's only so many trades you can make going back and forth.
Our weekend's usually like Thanksgiving Day.
We actually played 2 leagues before. We played 162 face to face, and then we did another one, the B League one. Was it 162?
Yeah, we played the whole year.
So we meet up once a week or
Couple
Sundays, a couple times a week, and then just play.
Yeah.
So how accurate are your cards? Do they?
Well, we're gonna see. This is the first year. We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
First year, huh?
Yeah, it's the first year we've done it, so we're gonna see.
So you know what? It's worth the trip coming down.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, but you know, while you have a chance, you know, walk around on the line, talk to some of the other people.
Yeah.
We always do.
We always do. Yeah.
You know, and get to know everybody. I'm gonna put this on the Ultimate Strat Baseball channel on YouTube.
Excellent.
So
That'd
I'll
be
post
awesome,
the
yeah.
live video, and I'm gonna come around with the other camera too.
Perfect.
And I hope you don't mind if you want to give a shout out to anybody out there.
Shout out to Jaffrey, New Hampshire. Jaffrey, New Hampshire. Mount Monadnock, Jaffrey, New Hampshire.
If you wouldn't mind asking Hal if he could put in my pictures on the front side and the basic side, that would be
Hey, you might see him today.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you already do that thing? Or is there something with the speaker and all that? Is that already done?
Yeah, they're gonna do the Hall of Fame, and they'll come out and they'll start pretty soon. Anyway, guys, that's it for the live feed. I'm gonna sign off for now, and I'm gonna shoot the regular video. I'll be back on the live feed in a little while. I'll come back to the live feed.
Card yet?
No, not yet. Just the ratings book.
Yeah.
But here we go. Thanks, guys, for watching the live feed, and I will be back when they start the Hall of Fame ceremony in a little while, so stay tuned.